America's coastlines have faced some of the most violent storms ever recorded. Today, we count down the top 10 most powerful U.S. hurricanes, based on maximum sustained wind speeds from 1900 to 2025. These storms didn't just break records, they reshaped the country. Ian slammed into Florida in September 2022 as a Category 4 monster, packing 150 miles per hour winds. Entire communities along Fort Myers Beach were shredded, and a historic storm surge swallowed homes whole. With over $100 billion in damage, Ian became one of the costliest disasters in U.S. history, proof that even modern infrastructure struggles against storms of this scale. 1 year earlier, Ida roared into Louisiana with the same brutal intensity, 150 miles per hour winds. It crushed the power grid, tore through coastal towns, and then, shockingly, triggered deadly flooding all the way into New York and New Jersey. Ida showed that powerful hurricanes don't stop at the coastline. They can devastate entire regions. Laura hit Louisiana in August 2020 as a destructive Category 4. Its 150 miles per hour winds ripped apart buildings, toppled transmission towers, and carved a path of devastation across the Gulf Coast. Laura's explosive intensification stunned meteorologists, highlighting the growing danger of rapidly strengthening storms in warming waters. Charlie was compact but deadly. This 150 miles per hour hurricane tore into southwest Florida in 2004, surprising residents with a last-minute change in track. Though smaller in size, its wind speeds were catastrophic, flattening neighborhoods and cutting power to millions. Charlie proved that small storms can be just as destructive as giant ones. Long before satellite forecasts, the 1932 Freeport hurricane hit Texas with 150 miles per hour winds. With little warning, entire towns were torn apart, and communication lines collapsed. This storm is a reminder of the raw vulnerability of coastal America before modern meteorology, and how devastating a direct hit could be. The 1919 Florida Keys hurricane charged into the Gulf as a massive Category 4, also reaching the 150 miles per hour mark. It capped a deadly track across the Caribbean before slamming into the US, sinking ships, flooding coastal cities, and reshaping the Keys' maritime history. Its power was legendary long before today's data confirmed its place on the list. Michael made landfall in the Florida Panhandle as a Category 5, the first in that region's history. With 161 miles per hour winds, it was a bulldozer, leveling Mexico Beach, uprooting forests, and leaving behind war-zone-like destruction. Michael's intensity shocked scientists and highlighted how storms can rapidly strengthen in the Gulf of Mexico's warm waters. Andrew is one of the most iconic hurricanes ever. It tore into South Florida with 167 miles per hour winds, obliterating entire neighborhoods and damaging more than 160,000 homes. Andrew's destruction reshaped U.S. building codes and disaster planning, and reminded America that even one storm can change everything. Camille struck the Gulf Coast with unimaginable power. With 173 miles per hour sustained winds, it flattened coastal Mississippi, destroyed entire communities, and produced catastrophic inland flooding in Virginia. Camille remains one of the strongest and most lethal storms ever recorded in the United States. At the top of the list is the 1935 Labor Day hurricane, the most powerful US hurricane ever recorded. With 184 miles per hour winds, it was a Category 5 beast that devastated the Florida Keys. Railroads were ripped from the ground, homes disappeared into the storm surge, and entire islands were reshaped. Nearly a century later, no hurricane has surpassed its raw wind power. Half of the strongest US hurricanes have struck in just the last 2 decades, evidence that warming oceans are fueling more intense storms. Understanding this history isn't just about the past, it's about preparing for the storms of the future.